Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods this morning. How is everybody doing on this Friday afternoon? Excuse me, Friday morning. And I know it's another weekend without football, but hey, listen, every weekend that we get without football gets us that much closer. And here we sit 111 days, 10 hours, 41 minutes, and 25 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season. Now, tonight, make sure you tune in 9 o'clock Eastern for our live stream. Coming on our channel tonight, we're going to have West Coast Dallas Cowboys, Tyson in the house joining us, and we'll be talking about what else? The Dallas Cowboys. Also, too, Sunday afternoon, we'll probably be doing a special live stream because we will have Cowboys Crump stopping by the man cave. I can't wait. We're going to have an action-packed weekend, so stay here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you click the bell so that way you get notified because you never know when we're going to live stream. So, I like to think of myself as a student of the game. I love going back, I guess because I'm old, looking back at the past and seeing things that happened. And generally speaking, what I try and do is I try and look back and find tendencies, find things that have happened. Because more times than not, you'll find out things that are happening now aren't new. They're just happening now. And you can kind of get a window into what to expect in the future because it's happened before. And it feels like sometimes it's even deja vu moments. And you look back and you say, wow, that happened before. And it repeats itself over and over. And as they say, those who do not learn from the past are destined to repeat it. And therein lies a true statement. Because what's amazing is, this parallel is just like, wow. You remember after the 2008 season, the Dallas Cowboys decided we were going to be Tony Romo friendly offense. They got rid of T.O. and thought they were going to make the offense catered exactly to Tony Romo. What's amazing is, and I pulled up these statistics here, beginning of that 2009 season, it started off pretty ugly. First game against Tampa Bay, Romo looked pretty good, 353 yards, 3 TDs, no interceptions, 140 QBR. From there, it got bad. We lost to the New York stinking Giants. And check this out. He had a 44.8 completion percentage. 44.8. Average 4.4 yards per completion. 1 TD, 3 interceptions. Ouch. The next week against Carolina, 0 TDs, 0 interceptions, 89 QBR. The following week against Denver, a 6.1 yard average, 0 TDs, 1 interception. Wow. 4 TDs, 4 interceptions in the first 4 games. Not where you want to be. And this is amazing because this was a blog from Jabberhead. October 6th, after that loss to Denver, 2009. It's amazing. Forgive me, I'm not the greatest of readers and stuff out loud, but I'm going to do my best. What happened to the smile, that childish grin we all used to love? I tell you what happened. Somewhere over the past 2 seasons, Tony Romo stopped being Tony Romo. That number 9 that used to make it happen, don't tell me he can't do it. His first year as a starter with quality weapons around him, he broke just about every Cowboy passing record. He beat teams that he was supposed to beat and then beat teams that he wasn't supposed to beat. And he did it with a smile. What the hell happened? I'll tell you what happened. This offense didn't become Romo friendly. It became loser friendly. Wade, I am pussy friendly. Jason, I can't handle T.O. friendly. Tony, forgive me for that. Tony Romo stopped being Tony Romo. He stopped extending plays with his feet. He stopped moving out of the pocket to find his throwing lanes. Romo stopped being a playmaker that we all cherished. I said it before and I will say it again. Troy Aikman would have never lasted with our O-line, and he wouldn't have over the last 4 years. Tony Romo at one time made our O-line look great. He did that by his feet, by rolling out of the pocket or scrambling. He made our O-line Pro Bowl caliber because of such. Romo is simply not a pocket passer. Sure, when everything is perfect, Romo can get the job done. He can be a great Tom Brady. But this line isn't perfect. Romo had it easy before. It was Romo friendly. He knew defenses had to respect the playmakers on the field. He knew where the coverage was rolled to. This wide receiver court lacks serious speed to get open, lacks a pure playmaker on the corners to keep the defenses honest. His only quality target gets doubled and tripled coverage in Jason Witten, a freaking tight end of all things. This offense needs the old Tony Romo. Let me skip down a little bit more. Offensive coordinator should be shot. Our head coach should be as well for letting this happen. This isn't going to change this year, not with this shitty coaching staff. They couldn't outcoach a high school JV team. These coaches have done more damage than good. I've given up on this coaching staff late last year. I stand by it. Fire all of them. Do it now. Wow. We might win all of 6 games this season. Oh, what happened? Okay. We might win all 6 games this season. I just hope the damage done to Romo isn't irreversible. That is going to take a real coach to resolve it. I hope whoever he is, he comes next season. Does that sound like last year to you guys at all? Because you think about where we were at 3-5 with Dak Prescott. You know, and it's amazing because this person is like, look, you got no wide receiver help. Nobody respects your receivers. And this, of course, without a running game, too. But I had good news because this is where this whole thing gets crazy, where things that happen, they're not new. Check this out. All of a sudden, they started winning. They beat Kansas City, 113 QBR. They beat Atlanta, 141. Seattle, 108. You beat Philadelphia, 88. You lost to Green Bay, a 78 QBR. You beat the Redskins, and so on. And you're going through, and the team ended up, I think, 10-6, or was it 11-5? So the team turned it around. Romo ended up having a much better QBR, ended up throwing for 4,400 yards. And this is much the same thing about my quarterback, Dak Prescott, who the first 8 games averaged 208 yards, 89 QBR. The second half of the season, once we got Amari Cooper and players started getting used to playing, we had 278 yards per game and 102 QBR. So the question is, and the whole idea of having a Dak-friendly offense, we haven't heard that anymore. But basically, that's the way of throwing the wide receiver under the bus. That's what that term basically means. They threw T.O. under the bus. They threw Dez Bryant under the bus. But the concept is a good one. And I dare say that right now, you probably have about as friendly a Dak offense as you possibly have. Because, well, for one, they're all definitely friendly. They go everywhere together. Home run derbies, Top Golf, charity events, basketball games, hockey events, fishing. They are friendly. You can definitely say that without a doubt. But when you start thinking about this, you got Tyron Smith, who right now is healthy as can be. Tyron Smith, healthy as can be. Best offseason for him in years. You got Zach Martin, his knee is healed. You've got Travis Frederick coming back and just about back at 100%. You've got Connor Williams and Connor McGovern and Lyle Collins. Basically, those guys all fighting it out for 2 spots. Cage match. So the offensive line is going to be friendly. You got Zeke, hungry. Boom. And now all of a sudden you've got an Amari Cooper, great wide receiver that can play outside, inside, go deep, catching traffic, do everything. You got a Randall Cobb who can play outside, inside, run the ball. You got a tight end in Jason Witten who's still slow, but still is a security blanket. And you got a Michael Gallup. So the idea and concept of having a Romo-friendly offense, which that ended up being, because that was one of the most yardages seasons that Tony Romo had, 4,400 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. We may be looking at a great offense this year. There's no reason. There's nobody who's going to be throwing anybody under the bus. No strong personalities. This is Dak Prescott's offense. and it's about as friendly as you can get. I honestly can look and say, I don't know what other piece that you could put out there to make it any friendlier unless you were able to bring in a Zach Ertz or bring in Gronk for Jason Witten. You got a great offensive line. You got a great running back. You've got wide receivers. Hopefully, Kellen Moore is the right offensive coordinator to go ahead and put all these ingredients together. But without a doubt, the idea that they started out with the year before of saying we're going to make a Dak friendly offense, you can look at it and say, mission accomplished. All right, guys, I got to go get going to my day job. But as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Be sure to tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. Tyson will be in the house. I'll see you soon.